Hi there, welcome to your pre-test essay feedback. So I found hopefully this video is going to be helpful for you to kind of get some feedback on your pre-test essay. What I want to kind of go over um, is just, like a few basic things. I'm not going to get to everything in our discussion here. So if there's any other questions, please come and find me and ask me. So I really like the picture that you've selected here. I think this is really nice to kind of show where this pipeline's coming from and where it's going to impact in North Carolina. So that's really great. I would just, in terms of our class, I would think about, I know this assignment's called a pre-test essay, but try to think about real world scenarios with our projects. So how would you be writing this in the real world when you were trying to, kind of encapsulate a debate and all the kind of different intersections that are happening in that debate? So, something like a little more creative for these, what the debate over, environment versus um, profit or something of that sort. Okay, so I really like these headers. I think you've done a great job with abiding by kind of this multimodal genre of using text um, to argue different points. So really, really great here. And I've got to applaud you on in-text citation here. Um, you're already so far ahead of the game. Um, and this first paragraph is very good about laying it all out. The only thing that I would just be careful of is your first two sentences are beginning with the. Um, and especially because it's the beginning, I would just try to avoid, like, in this first paragraph, try to have each sentence begin in a slightly different way. But other than that, like, you've done some great jobs with um, getting some good information in here, interacting with that information. Really strong first paragraph here, so really great work. um, I like that you have another map here, and I like that you've given us some context for that map, and that's really great. So I really applaud you for that. What I'd like to see is, with images, you want to consider them like a part of a source. So those are things you also want to cite and have in your works cited. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. But this setup is really strong. Again, I think you have a lot of text heavy here. You have an image. I think breaking it up with a video is nice. I think what I would do rhetorically is maybe have another text because we just got out of an image, and maybe just having um, the video, after some text, even, breaking this paragraph up, and maybe having the video in the middle. But I mean, I like the way, it's clearly designated and there's a rhythm here. I just like to see maybe more text in front of the video. That's all. Again, so really good job with laying out information and then interacting with it. Um, I would just be careful on strong language like impressive figure. Uh, I would just let sometimes the information just speak to itself. Um, like 4,400 jobs. I think anyone's going to say that's probably an impressive number. So let the information speak to itself. I think the tail end of this sentence is good, but I think you don't need to introduce it like that. Um, Again, really good points here. Love graphs. I think graphs are a very good way to get a lot of information across. So really great. I love, we have a citation there, so that's super helpful. Okay, so again, I think, I like that you're doing a rhetorical question here. Um, that's really good, a nice point to put in there. And again, like this writing is clear and solid, so you should be proud of that. Again, I really like your headers. It's very clear on your organization here. Um, and this is a great indicator of like what this next paragraph is going to look like. So kudos to that. Um, Okay, so again, you do a great job with laying out the information. Again, these are small things. Overall, your writing's really great. Just be careful on like the same subject over and over again. Um, in two sentences a row. I know, like we talked about construction, but also subject can get pretty boring. So, like you wouldn't want every sentence to begin with Finch or talk about Finch. You want to be careful about Atlantic Coast Pipeline as well. But overall, style is very good. Um, the text is broken up well, but very solid there. And then, the only thing, I want a little more here. I think you do such a great job of setting all this up. And I really like just like a bigger punch here at the end. But like really overall, this is great. I think, if we were grading this thing would get an A. So congratulations, like really great piece. And let me know if you have any questions about this.